In this video, we're going to be going over the myBIMteam annotation container. There's quite a bit to get through, so let's just jump in. First, we have room tags. This is one family with 7 types. We have the name and area, the name, area, and department, the name, area, and program, the name and number, the name, number, and area, the name, number, area, and department, and the name, number, area, and program. Next we have area tags for the name and the area, and then again the name, area, and the program. Next we have our ceiling tags. This is 5 types across 2 families. We have the rectangular for boxed for type mark and height above finished floor, unboxed with type mark and height above finished floor, hexagonal with the type mark and with the type mark and height above finished floor. We also have floor tags, one family for boxed with type mark and area, family type and area. Next, we're going to be going over the door and window tags. We have several different types, each in 3 sizes for the door tags by mark and by type. For by mark, we have circle, oval, square, and diamond. And for by type, we just have circle and oval. And then for the window tags, which also tag by type, we have diamond, hexagon, circle, square, and oval. Next we have our furniture tags. We have boxed, unboxed, and an oval, which display the type mark. And then we have our casework tags, a boxed and unboxed, which also display the type mark. Next we have our light fixture tags for a boxed and unboxed, which show the type mark, and then our plumbing fixture tags for a boxed and unboxed, which also show the type mark. Next we have our specialty equipment tags, which come in both the boxed and unboxed type to show type mark. We have our wall tags, which will show the type name, and the description, and both of these the box will shrink or grow to accommodate whatever amount of text you have to describe or name that type. We have the leader, which is used for when a tag needs to denote 2 or more walls. We have the standard tag and then the diamond and square tags. And then we have these room finish tags, which show the room name, number, the floor finish, the base finish, and the wall finish, and then an additional type which shows the ceiling finish. You can enter this data manually. And then we also have individuals with leaders for a single or double box, so you can show an individual finish callout if needed. Next up, we have our various view tag details. We have view titles, which display the view number, the name, and the scale in a box, diamond, circle, or simple bar variety. We have section marks for triangle, circle, a square with a smaller square. For wall sections, we have the same, and then we have a infill triangle for our working section and elevation families, as well as examples of the tail options here. For elevation marks, we have the circle, square, triangle, and then a filled or outlined arrow. 2 types of diamonds, as well as for interior elevation, a circle, square, diamond with gaps, or diamond that is tight. For our callout heads, we have large and small variations of a circle and square. And for our grid heads at varying increments of measurement in 1/4, 3/8, and 5/8, we have circular or hexagonal grid heads. Next up, as a standalone in our symbols category of our annotation library, we have a standard center line, which will just denote the center line of something, just as you would. Next, we have our detail items included in the annotation library. We have our standard and reverse align surfaces families, and each of these have options at the instance level to show the length of the arrow line and to change the text offset. We have these dummy sections and callouts. These are typically used when you need to reference a view that's in a linked file. Each of these has options at the instance level to show the tail or bubble at the start or end, to enter the sheet or detail ID, and then to have the arrow show up or down. The callout is parametric at the instance level and has the same sheet and detail ID numbers. And then we also have the repeating details for fire ratings. For 1 hour, we have the circle and dash. We have triangle and solid. We have the wave, wave short plus dash, and wave short plus solid. We have, for the 2 hour, circle and dash, triangle and solid, and wave and solid. And then we also have the firewall. Next, we have our text and dimension styles. We're going to start with the dimensions first. So we have our standard arrow, the standard arrow plus a center line, the standard tick plus center line, red reviewer dimensions with and without the center line. We have an inches with tick. We have angular with the standard arrow, diameter and radial standard arrow, and then a typical just standard arrow for the arc length. For textiles, we have sheet titles, view titles, schedule and legend titles, schedule body, standard titles, standard notes, notes with a border and notes that are opaque, small notes and reviewer notes. And you'll see that in each of these styles, we added a little indicator in parentheses to let you know the size of the font of the text. Next, in the library, we have these loaded in for your convenience. We did not develop these, but these are the out-of-the-box families for spot elevation, spot coordinates, both from project origin and project base point, as well as spot slope and keynote tags. Now, these are the out-of-the-box families, but we have them included in the library for convenience, as they aren't loaded into Revit by default. Next, we have our note blocks and Post-it notes. We have several types of note blocks here with varying callouts predefined. We have circles, hexagons, ovals, and pentagons, as well as our Post-it note here, which is designed to grab someone's attention when put on a sheet. And at the instance level, you can add IDs, the type of note, a category, what views and sheets it's referencing, or a status that is needed. And it's got a material so that you can change the color if you find the yellow too garish, or you have some sort of office standard you wish to adhere to, as well as how tall the note is. And again, that's all at the instance level. At the type level, you have where you can have some text options, whether you need an arrowhead, and then the overall width of the Post-it note. Next, we have our arrow types. We have filled 15, 20, and 30 degree arrows. We have open 35, 45, 60, and 90, as well as a simple heavy end, which is pen 8 by default. We have the 16th inch box and tick, as well as a 16th inch dot. And those should cover a wide variety of needs for arrows. And finally, we have our dummy title marks, which includes a project origin marker. This is good for if you have to link in lots of different things where you already know where 00 is in the project. So for the title marks, we have the quarter and 3/8 box, quarter and 3/8 circle, and quarter and 3/8 diamond. And these have at the instance level where you can do the length of the line, the label, as well as the title. We also have these detail boxes for a viewport title and with an unlinked title. And these have options for ID, scale, and title, as well as various module counts at the instance level. We have a partition types detail box, which has Again, these manually input text descriptions that you can do at the instance level, as well as a toggle for whether or not it is in use or not. And we have that with a diamond and square variation, as well as a legend title, which again has these module counts, and you can manually input the name of the title at the instance level. And then some basic, whether you need to have a leader arrowhead and what type of, for your module width and height, how big you want these individual boxes to be. This has been the overview of our annotation library. If you liked what you saw and would like to get your own copy, or if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us via either phone or email, and we will be happy to get back to you and get you set up with a copy. Thank you.